If the people kick you out, but then the people resurrect you, that's the people talking. If people are pissed off that Louis C.K. is back, what is he doing returning back? We killed him. I saw morons comparing Louis C.K. to Will Smith. That's all we do. We compare things that don't go together. I saw people comparing Will Smith to Kyle Rittenhouse. Will Smith's got more punishment than Kyle Rittenhouse. And there's a black man who just got released after doing 44 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit, who just did more time than everybody else for nothing that he didn't do. Yeah, so it's like, I just get tired of everything is compared to everything else that happens. I know I'm not supposed to say that, but I'm saying it because it's tiring as hell. Sit your ass down. Compare apples to bananas or apples to oranges. I don't like it, but at least they're in the fruit family. But when you compare apples to Snickers bars and apples to shit that ain't even food, like stock car racing, we got a problem, Johnson. You're not helping anybody. If you don't like somebody, don't go watch them. Don't help them censor us, man. You want the system to decide who gets to talk, who doesn't. If a person loses their jobs because you got mad at them, that's kind of fucked up if it's your job. But of course, it's not you, so you don't care. Okay, we get that. But that's it, man. Unless it's a crime and they're getting charged, they get to continue to live. You ain't gotta like it, I ain't gotta like it. You can't say you no longer ever get to do anything again. You can't say you no longer get to be a comedian. You can't say you no longer get to do your job or whatever the hell you were doing, okay? You just can't. It's like you have no power over someone else's life if they can earn a living. Pushing for cancellations hurts who most? The people that get canceled the most. We get canceled the most. You just don't hear about it. So Louis C.K., man, he's done something. He's built a base. Like, you can't cancel Corey Holcomb. You know why you can't cancel Corey Holcomb? Because Corey Holcomb his life does not depend on you giving him a job. He has a fan base. So if comedian Corey Holcomb, one of the best comedians in the country, if you don't like what he says, you say, I hope he never works again. Great, don't go see him. But you can't control if Corey can still do a show. If he's doing something illegal on this show, he gets arrested. But if all he's doing is his job, he's just doing his jokes, you can't change that. You can't stop him, Johnson. And there are a lot of people who feel this way. They just won't say it because they're going to piss off a bunch of liberals. And I'm starting to think that some of these liberals or some of these progressives, whatever they are, I don't know what they are, Johnson, I don't even want to label you. People who think it's okay that they should be able to throw people away are assholes. Okay? You are assholes. You make America not fun. You make America worse than it is. It's already horrible. We already got shit health care. We got shit it costs mass incarceration. We pay black folks for hundreds of years of slavery, another 100 years of Jim Crow. We got bigots and assholes all across the country. And then we got you, taking the fun out of the shit we need to survive all the other shit I just listed. Louis C.K. has a fan base. And also, by the way, did you look at what he was up against? Louis C.K. was up against some albums that weren't all that funny. Now, I like Lavelle Crawford. I went to see Lavelle Crawford when he came to D.C. But just so much I want to hear him go. It's just so much. Yeah, if you want Louis C.K. not to win awards, help put better albums up against him. Chelsea Handler hasn't been funny since her name was Chelsea Handler. So he's only against 6 other albums or 5 other albums, and only 2 of them were marginally funny. Kevin Hart's and someone else. Can't remember the other people. I don't even know. That's how bad it was. I don't remember all the albums that he was up against. Louis Black. What is Louis Black even doing now?
Today, well, I am because of the kind of split focus I've got with this basketball game happening and the fact that I'm digesting a cheesesteak.
What's he doing? You don't even know who Louis Black is. So, Louis C.K. has been gone for 5 years, Johnson. Whether you like him or hate him or whatever the fuck, doesn't matter. Just like you can't stop DaBaby from making another album, Johnson, because he can make that shit in his own studio and put it out without us. You can't stop an artist from doing his art, is what I'm saying. And I told you how the Academy works, right? So the nomination process is up to those voters. In that process, they voted for this shit. We don't get to vote. But please stop comparing this to Will Smith. Please stop comparing this to everything else. Oh, see, they gave Louis C.K. an award and they try to cancel Will Smith. Will ain't going to jail, Johnson. And Will's got enough money that he can put out independent movies. And also, by the way, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? You're two different people. Louis C.K. been gone for 5 years. I almost forgot how to spell Louis. CEO Harvey Mason Jr. was being asked about how they come up with this, how they pick this guy who's a degenerate. Louis C.K. the jerk master. They don't look at their past records. They don't look at their political stances, their indiscretions or whatever when they decide on who they vote on. That's not how they do it. Hey! This cancel culture, whatever this shit is, you can't cancel nobody. It's all been a myth. No one's ever been fucking canceled. People have been fired from jobs. People have lost sponsorships. That's all. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. Not really canceled. The only canceling, the real canceling is death. That's it. No one ever really gets canceled. They just lose a job. And that happens all the fucking time, Johnson. You got this mythical power of the internet when we think we're doing something by everybody banding together using a hashtag. At the end of the day, that only works against politicians pressuring their ass. And then they just say, okay, we give in, and then they do the opposite. But people get to come back if people support them. So if the people kick you out, but then the people resurrect you, that's the people talking. Which is what we want, right? We don't want an authoritarian state, right? What's some fascist shit where one group or one person or whatever gets to decide who gets to do what? Because you know who loses in that? You know who loses in that all the time? 90 times out of 100? Us. The disenfranchised. So don't push for that. You're pushing against your own best interest. You know that doesn't mean I like what Louis C.K. did. It ain't about him. It's bigger than Louis C.K. It's about us. If someone says they don't want to watch my show, I still have a right to do my show, Johnson. They could just leave. They could fucking leave. They don't have to sit around and try to ruin my life, make my family live on the streets because they don't like what stories I covered. You get what I'm saying? So that's some dangerous shit. And I guess until that happens to you and somebody comes and try to ruin your life and take away your job and your livelihood, you won't get it. But if somebody breaks the law, lock their asses up, charge them, I get that. But if you don't got no charges, what you want to do? What you want to do? I just seen people being real assholes. They want to cape for Will Smith so badly, they're willing to throw away our First Amendment rights to free speech.